Did you know that over 95% of the world's freshwater pearls come from right here in China? Today we're going to see how it all happens, from the ponds where pearls begin, to the busy markets, and finally to the finished jewelry you see on Shop LC. Hi, I'm Matt Harris, this is Chris Whitley, and we are so excited to be reporting to you from China. We are at a pearl farm of one of our vendors.
Right, now we're gonna walk over here this way. We're gonna show you a little bit about where it all starts. You see through here, you can see the actual freshwater lake where those pearls are now cultivating.
And we're gonna be going inside. We're gonna be looking at a very special day, incredible access because our vendor invited us for this special day because they are actually nucleating the mollusks today. And it is gonna be really cool. And that's what everybody asks about, is how do you nucleate the mollusks? We're gonna see it.
Let's see how the sausage is made. You want to? Let's go.
Well, this is pretty neat. So you can see it's not like a really huge room, right? But we've got all these fantastic, well-trained people that are today, we heard it's the last day they're doing this, but they're inserting beads into the mollusks, and you'll see the little white dish of beads next to each technician, and then you'll see a little piece of mantle tissue, and they put them next to each other, insert them into the mollusk, and then this is what starts the formation of a pearl. So everybody here at the table is doing the same thing, and it's pretty neat. We'll get some close-ups of it and see. So the mantle tissue starts the process of forming a pearl, and each of these is going to get about 27 to 30 pearls out of each of these mollusks. So in freshwater farming, you're going to get a lot of pearls per mollusk. In saltwater, you're going to get one or two. So what you're seeing right now is she just took that strip of tissue out of another mollusk, and she's cutting them into very, very tiny squares. She just took her knife down the middle so she can get this tiny little piece. This red stuff is something that makes sure there's no bacteria or whatnot, that kind of cleans it so that it stays healthy and it doesn't infect the mollusk. And now she's cutting them into tiny little squares, probably millimeter by millimeter. And that's the mantle tissue, the mother of nacre, that creates the mother of nacre. When she puts that next to the bead, or when these other technicians, that's their job, puts the bead next to that mantle tissue and inserts it in the mollusk, that's going to be the birth of a pearl. So I wanted to show you the size of these. So you don't really tell until you hold them in like a big hand like this. So unlike akoyas that are very small, or sometimes the other saltwaters, the Tahitian pearls or the South Seas have the biggest shells, this particular mollusk is much bigger than a lot of them and can fit, in this case, you may get 27, 30 pearls out of one of these guys. So it's a considerable size, as you'll see, much bigger than a koya, and that's why you can fit so many into it. But in some of the salt waters, like South Seas and like Tahiti, they'll nucleate with one bead, whereas here they're going to either nucleate with 12, 15, whatever, a lot more. And so you're going to get smaller pearls, you're getting many, they're not going to be necessarily the same quality, but this guy's going to produce a lot of pearls.
Matt, now we're about to take a look after you and see what the actual pearl farm itself looks like. We're about to look out into the vast lake here. Pearl Pond, I suppose.
Yeah, this is so cool because we show this on the shows all the time, and I use a photo that a friend of mine took. Now we got our own. You got Shop LC here at a freshwater pearl farm, and this is similar to what we show in our stock photos. And it is a bunch of nets being held up by these buoys. Now this is 3 meters deep, this pond, which means they're probably hanging multiple nets underneath each other, which is good in that they don't need as big of an area, and at the same time it produces more pearls. And this is what it looks like, yeah. After the nucleation process is complete, the workers place the mussels into mesh nets suspended in the pond. Here, they're going to remain for more than 2 years, slowly coating each bead with layers of nacre that become freshwater pearls. We asked if we could go out on the boat to film, but our vendor was a little bit hesitant about the safety of that request, so maybe next time. Once the pearls are harvested, their journey continues to the Zhuji pearl market and the heart of China's freshwater pearl trade. About 70% of the world's pearls, freshwater and saltwater, pass through this market, making it the global pulse of the pearl industry.
This is about the size of 30
Football fields. You should put in comparison because it's 166,000 square meters, but who knows what that looks like. But you do know what 30 football fields look like.
I do. This
And
is
you could
vast.
walk on forever and days and days and days. You would never be able to visit everybody here.
We're gonna see a lot of pearls today.
In the vast trading halls of Zhuji, pearls travel from the ponds to the people who grade, sort, and sell them. The decisions made here on size, quality, and price set the standards for pearl jewelry worldwide. Okay, we're in a market now. 3 tips for when you're buying at a market. Number 1, I would say never buy the first piece. So if you see a strand of peach, for example, that are 8 millimeters, don't buy it. Go around the rest of the market or other vendors and kind of see what you find, because you really don't know if that's a great price or not. Number 2, it always helps to buy the hank if you can, because this is called a hank. It's multiple strands on one kind of coiled thing. The price is always going to be better if you buy all of the pearls rather than just one. Number 3 is ask for a better price, because you just don't know. So if they say $100, ask for $70. I don't know. Have a good time with it. It's expected, as a matter of fact. You can always walk away if it doesn't feel right or if it's not the right price for you. Luckily, we have my friend Jazzy, who lives here in China, and she's a big pearl fan. We've known each other for about 5 years now, so she's helping me out. And take a look at these if you can get close up. They're super high luster. That is a sign of good luster. Sometimes I'll take my phone, because it has a colored case, and I'll stick it up, and if I can see my orange case in the phone, or red case it's amazing. I'm looking at that one in particular. And these are all natural colors too. Now they're kind of Easter egg shaped. They're not round, but I kind of like that. They give them personality. They're a little bit different. So fell in love with them, and Jazzy helped me negotiate a good price. These are really nice quality. So great shop with some really good quality things. Next comes sorting. Each pearl is carefully examined by color, size, shape, and luster. Why? Because this ensures that they're going to be well matched for jewelry. Can you guess what he's doing? He's sorting. So one thing that people don't necessarily appreciate when we sell strands on the network is that they're often very well matched. And so the pearls, as you've seen in some of the photos maybe already, don't come out of the muscles perfectly matched in terms of color or luster or size or shape. And so in this big pile, you've got, I can see some that are a little bit more peachy yellow, a little bit that are bright white. Then you've got variations in luster and of course variations in size. So in order to get a strand, somebody has to go first through and match the pearls so that they'll look good on a strand. So when you see a whole strand, you're not going to see that one that's a little bit off, that's like a little bit more yellow. So it's just one more step in the process of getting a pearl necklace from an oyster or a mussel all the way through the process. And at the point where he matches these, he's going to give them to some people that we saw upstairs who are going to take a little wire and put it through carefully, something like this, and then put crimp beads at the end, and then this is going to be, at that point, sold wholesale in the market, and the designer is going to buy it, and then they're going to string it again and put silk through it, this time with a knotting and a clasp, and it'll become a finished piece of jewelry. So that's kind of tour of the process to get from the pearl coming out of the mollusk all the way into the hands of a person. There's a lot to it. At Shop LC, every piece of jewelry tells a story, just like the pearls you're seeing here. And here is your part of the story. Use code YT50 for $50 off your order, and there's no minimum. Whether it's pearls, gemstones, or gold, there is always something new and something for you at shoplc.com. Well, our time in China has come to an end, and I figured I'd spend my last day submersing myself in a little bit of shopping culture. This is a famous street for it. The buzz around this town is amazing. I wish I could stay for it. And I've also gotten a little bit of time to reflect on the trip. I want to share that with you. I knew a little bit about pearl farm operations, freshwater pearl farm operations. I knew about the Zhuji market and its enormous size, but there's knowing and there's visiting. And now that I've seen it all, I gotta tell you, I've got a deeper appreciation and respect for the people that enable us to enjoy pearl jewelry, for the women that would stand behind those muscles that we saw and insert the nucleus in the mantle tissue, for the other farm workers, for the people that were stringing the pearls at the market, getting them ready for wholesale, for the people that were working in the shops at the wholesale market, and even for the kids that were playing in the hallways in front of these stores while their parents were inside. Oh, and the pets. I met a really cute dog. I also, of course, appreciate the history. I learned a lot more about Chinese history, and pearls and China are intertwined in history, but they are all over the world, and that's pretty special to me as well. So I hope you join us on the next one, because guess what? We are going to be doing more of these at Shop LC. You will see our gem experts and precious metal experts and experts for all the stuff that we like to play with at Shop LC, travel the world and report to you and hopefully teach you a little bit more. Subscribe to us so you can see all this, and comment, because we do answer all the comments, and we love you to comment because that makes us feel a little bit closer to you, and that's really what keeps us going. I will see you next time. I'm Matt Harris.